Hi guys, today I want to make gift boxes with you. I'm going to zoom you out a bit. I made these gift boxes with Christmas cards, as you can see. They fold closely, you can put rings in there, and they're pretty cool. And I made them with leftover Christmas cards. I didn't throw them away, I kept them. And I want to show you how I did that. The idea came from jewelrytutorialshq.com. This is where the template came from, and there's also a video on how to do this the easy way, and that's with thicker paper and print out the template on that paper and then just work with that. So if you want to do it the easy way, there will be a link underneath the video as well as for this template, and that's what you need. So you need also a pin, a head pin, to poke holes in your template. And you need, this is an embossing tool. It's got like a slicer. You put your paper in here and you cut, and then you get this area here where you can just put your finger in. I don't know if you can see that correctly. Let me show you. There, then you get this area. So that's what you need, but you can of course also cut that out with a pair of scissors. So you really don't need this, but it is handy. And you will need some double-sided tape, and I don't know how wide this is, but you can always bring the template to a craft store and say, I need the size of this, and then you can see that that's the same size. That's a good size anyway. You also need a pair of rulers, very important, and you will need a marker. And this is the easiest one. The Sharpie doesn't work very well. I tried it with a Sharpie, and this is what happened. It smudged. So don't do it with a Sharpie. And you will need an embossing pen, but my craft store didn't have an embossing pen, so I found this keychain actually, and it has a blunt top. So basically what would work also would be like maybe a pen that's empty, you know, so you have that that round edge on the top, so that would work also. Get a little bit more over here, get that a little bit more in the middle and show you how that works. First we're going to take the template and cut that off in the middle. I have a card here that is not a Christmas card because I'm out of Christmas cards, so I bought this one, and what I want to see is if this will fit here and if I can cut this area off, but I'm not sure, so I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to try and put this in here as closely as possible, so to get rid of the letters that actually in Dutch say I wish you well, I hope you get better soon. But the first thing we're going to start with is the template, and I'm going to poke holes all around and in the dotted area, except for the middle part. I'm not going to poke the holes in the middle part. So that's what you're going to do first, and a beaded pad underneath it would be handy, so you can poke your holes straight down, and make sure that on the edges where all the lines connect, as well as on the outside edges, which is here, you get the holes right on the edge. So that's very important. And then you're just going to poke holes, and I'm just going to poke holes, not too much space in there. I'll show you how that looks. That looks about like that. That's about as much. I hope you can see that. Maybe zoom that in a little bit more. That's about how much space I got in between my holes. So now I need to poke all the way around, and that's going to take of course a while, so I'm going to pause you, and I suggest print it out and start poking holes, and pause me now until you're done with poking the holes. Okay, I'm all done with poking the holes now, and this is the back side, and what I'm going to do is, because as you can feel, you push the paper out, so what I'm going to do now is go through all these holes again and sort of open up that hole a little bit more and get that paper out of the way, because if you put your marker on top of it now, there's a chance that you're still not going to see anything where you put the marker on top of your paper. So I'm going to go through all these holes one more time, poking that from the other side in. So that would be part 2. And this is like the tedious part of the work, but it's also the part that takes up the most time. And after this, well, the gift box will be done in really no time. So just poke those holes again on the back side and make sure that those holes are the size of your needle, and your marker will be able to poke another one there. So yeah, this is about the thing that needs to be done, and I would suggest pause me now until you get that all done. And you can also see if you just, you know, if the step from one hole to the next was a little bit too big, then you can poke another hole in there at the same time. Okay, so I suggest you pause me now until you get this done, and then we'll start the fun stuff. Okay, I double poked my holes everywhere now, taking the beading pad out of the way, going back up here, and I'm going to fold on that middle line. This is my front side. I'm going to use this area for the front. And I'm going to put my template in there on the folded line. And make sure that that's there. And now I'm going to take my marker and slowly go over this line. Now you may notice that you're still going to get a little bit of white, so just kind of slowly go over there again where your dots are, so that you don't see no more white spots. And if all is correct, you're going to get this, and you might not see it a lot, but you'll see where there's no dots yet showing, so this is where you'll have to redo it again. Get the dots in there, the ink in that area. Got a couple here that's not showing. And there you got your line. And then you do your next line. And you're going to do all the lines. Double checking them. Holding on to that paper real tight. And checking them. And hold it tight. And you're just going to do this all the way around. So, finish that up and then start me again. Okay, now I marked my line already because you can hardly see the dots that I got here. But I used my ruler to mark the outside lines. There's another outside line here, and you'll probably see the dots better than I do when you're in front of it because you probably can't see them on the video right now, but there's a line going around and you just do the outside lines, and of course it's better to do it with pencils, but I just moved and I can't find my pencils, so I'm taking a Sharpie and doing this. But it would definitely be best if you would do this with a pencil, so you can do the erasing later on. Now, I'm not going to do the inside lines, because that's where the embossing pen comes in. I'm going to go that. So now I got my outside, and I'm going to cut that out. Make sure you got a good pair of scissors for that. These are actually fabric scissors. And I just go around. Cut that off. And all the way around. Put that aside, that's trash. And the next part is where you take an embossing pen or whatever you got that has like a blonde area, and you just kind of go over this line. So it will fold like that. And do the same here with the roundness. And you might have to do that twice. So to get that, give that a good edge to flip in. Also on this side. And these two sides, of course. And here. Okay, and now that will fold in, as you see. That will fold in easily. So what we need next is that little egg thingy. This is the way it's going to be folded. And make sure that when you use this, it's X something it's called. Make sure when you use this that you use this on the side that you folded it. And the good thing about this is you can actually see on the back side how much paper you got in there. So I want it about this, and I gotta make sure that that's in the middle, right there. Put that upside down. About here. And now we take our double-sided tape. Very annoying stuff, because there's no place where you can really leave it, because it's very sticky on the sides. I gotta find the beginning. Right here. And just put that on there like that, and then just cut it off a little bit before you reach that end. And now we're going to take that tape off. I might need a needle to poke underneath there. There we go. Almost had it. Fold it in. And there we go. And you got your gift box. Now, what you also need to do is make sure that these two round areas are about the same size. So this is just kind of fixing it up a little bit. Getting this side also, as you can see, it goes way over it. So I'm just going to fix that up. And there you have it, your own little gift box. And you can push this in, flip that over, push this in, flip that over. And how cool is that? Of course, you can also do it the easy way. And for that, I will leave you the links as well for the template as well for the video that is also on YouTube, how this is done when you just put your paper in the printer. And then you can print them out with a little bit of thicker paper. But I really like these, and yeah, it gives you something to do with those birthday cards, Christmas cards, whatever cards, Valentine's cards maybe, that you received. Or when you bump into the store after Christmas, if they have a sale on cards, then this would also be a good plan, of course, to get them. Because basically these gift boxes, when you use them, of course, also cost money. So, you know, why not reuse some of your stuff? And they're pretty cool. Well, guys, thank you for watching. I wasn't able to get all those letters off, obviously, but thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. Bye, guys. See you next time.